What is going on, guys? TheWaffle here, and welcome back to some more Planet Zoo. Now, last time we left off, we beat Bear Essentials Panda Park, and as you can see, we're passing over it right there in China. And now we're going to be moving on to Eye of the Taiga Maple Leaf Wildlife Park. Now, this is over in Canada, and let's just give that little blurb a read before we jump into this new scenario. Maple Leaf Wildlife Park. Bordering Candy Lake, the site of the Maple Leaf Wildlife Park was chosen for its outstanding views of natural beauty. In giving you this opportunity, Bernard has done you a great honor, so it's time to repay the trust that he's placed in you and do him proud. And like I said at the end of last episode, it looks like it's going to be our first zoo that we're going to be building from scratch. Look at that little picture there. There is nothing there. It's just water, land, trees, and that's it. No structures already built there. So let's just jump into this scenario and let's see what we're going to be doing in our very first zoo.
After your sterling work in China, I got a bit of a good news, better news situation for you. The good news is that I'm promoting you to apprentice zoo manager.
Woo!
The better news is you get to build a new zoo from scratch. That said, you will be on your own this time. No help from Nancy, although she wishes you luck. So, I suppose it's actually more of a good news, better news, and then slightly worse news situation. Either way, it's a chance for you to really prove yourself. Now, for this zoo, I'll want to see a good few different habitat and exhibit species and at least as many guests to look at them. I'd also like you to keep your staff nice and happy as much as you can. And obviously the same's true of the animals as well. Oh, and let's see. Yeah, you should try to turn a good-sized profit to boot, so we can continue our vital work elsewhere. There. That should keep you going for a while. I'll check in with you later. Good luck.
Alright, looks like we're starting out with $80,000 and 1,000. What are those things called again? Conservation credits down there. So let's look at the objectives we have to do for our very first handmade from scratch heckin' park. Oh god, inspector arriving in 23 months. Yeah, you guys remember at the end of last episode, we had a heckin' inspector coming through, checking through our park, so there is a bit of a time limit here. We can't just spend hours and hours and hours trying to get these objectives done. We have to get these done quick, or at least get a... Well, I don't know what the inspector wants. I assume at least 2.5 stars or something. None of these just skimming over say anything about an inspector so far, but for the bronze, we're going to need to have at least 3 habitat species in the zoo, and currently we have 0, and another one have at least 350 guests in the zoo, so more attractive animals attract more guests, so we're going to want some pretty good animals to kind of bring in the guests and therefore bring in more money, so we can get more animals and then bring in more guests and then make more money. So it's kind of like a snowball effect there. Anyways, we do have something here. What's the staff alerts? Keeper hut. You need a keeper hut. Research center. Workshop. Yeah, we have nothing. There is nothing here. It's just the entrance, this like weird cave entrance thing over here, and then like a small little like path and then a bridge, and that's it. So we have to figure something out here, you guys. And there's not even really that much land, it seems. So definitely want to have a pretty good... Oh, whoa, here's the border right here. Yeah, this little dotted line right there. So I wonder where the actual... might want to pause, too. That way time isn't ticking away with the heckin' inspector on its way, right? But where's the border at right here? Oh, here's the corner. So here's the corner right here. And then it goes through the water. Keeps going through the water. Sheesh. It goes all the way up here. And where's the next corner at? Oh, wow, there's a lot of space over here. Whoa! Other corners all the way up here. So we can, if we wanted to, we could build something at the top of this mountain, or at least maybe we could demolish the mountain, flatten the mountain. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin the scenery we've got going on over here, you know? So I'll probably just keep that as is. And that continues to go all the way out to here. Here's the corner right there. All the way down to here. So we could probably, this is probably going to be the main part of our zoo here, honestly. Because there's just so much water over there. We're probably going to have to put, like, you know, most of our habitats up here, and then, of course, a big staircase going up right there, and then more habitats down here, more guest stuff, then another big staircase right here, and that's probably going to be what we're doing, you guys, our main, and then, of course, up here is the entrance area, and then we could have a habitat here, maybe some guest stuff there, maybe a habitat right here, and then another habitat there, and that's probably going to be it. It's probably going to be a dead end here. Or I guess maybe we could try and build a pathway from here all the way to here and build an enclosure. Then, of course, we could wrap around up to here and then up to this path, and that's going to be where all the other enclosures... Okay, I think we've got this figured out, you guys. So I'm like, if we can get like heckin' crocodiles or something like that, that's going to be great. We can actually take use of all this water we have over here in these rivers. But everything else, of course, we're going to need a lot of land, and with all this like land here, just kind of... I'm like, oh, yeah. Right here, there's a staircase up. We could build an enclosure here. Another ramp right here. We could build something here. Here, another ramp right here. Maybe we could build another, maybe like a crocodile place right here. That'd be pretty good. Then this can wrap around to this little ramp right here. So that's pretty good. All right. I'd say we've got a pretty good plan of this area here, you guys. And I don't even know if this zoo is gonna... We might just get all the stars before we even like build all the way up there, you know. So for right now, though, we're gonna have to figure out like what critters we're gonna get. So let's see. You must have at least one trade. Okay, so I need a trade center first. Of course, that makes sense. Or else, you know, where are these guys going to even go once you actually buy them? You know. So we're going to need to make a trade center. So let's go down to facilities and probably place this. I'm like, guests don't like... Someone did comment reminding me that I guess don't like seeing like staff facilities and stuff like that. So might want to keep the staff facilities like kind of away. Actually, this is a pretty good place to kind of hide them away, you know? Maybe we can put some staff facilities like right here. And then of course there's this ramp and then this ramp. And then they could tend to the stuff all the way over here, you know? That wouldn't be too bad, I suppose. Especially because this ramp is... I don't know. Yeah, I'll definitely have to figure something out. I'll definitely put something over here, though. I just don't know where I'm going to put these staff facilities, you know? Just because I do need to keep them out of the way. Maybe I'll put a staff facility like over here. Just because the main pathway is probably going to go up this ramp and then go up this ramp over here. So the guests are probably going to avoid this area over here. Unless I put something over there, you know? Maybe some sort of like crocodile thing. I keep on saying that because, you know, water, but I don't know what other like... Oh, I guess hippopotami. I guess those are water type critters too, so... Anyways, before we start, we do need to have a staff facilities. We do need a trade center. So where would that? Here it is, right here. Trade center. Let's just get the pre-built one. That way we don't have the like a bear enclosure or anything like that. You know, not literally like a grizzly bear or anything like that, but like an enclosure that, you know, doesn't have anything surrounding it. But where are we going to place this one? I'm like, we could probably just place it right here temporarily. Just kind of have it there, and then of course all the guests are going to congregate around the actual enclosures and stuff. So. I guess we could place it here temporarily. And it's not even like auto-connecting to the path there, so I assume that's not an actual path, it's instead just terrain that's kind of got, what do you call it, like sand or whatever that... Yeah, there's no actual path there, yeah. So that's actually good. So we can actually use this opportunity to customize, like, what our path is going to be made out of. Now, what is that path? Log rounds, ooh. Although that looks honestly kind of spooky to me. Kind of looks like the underside of a squid with all the suction cups and stuff. Tree bark path. Interesting. Asphalt light, asphalt dark, beach board horizontal. That wouldn't really make too much sense up here in Canada. I do, because we are up in Canada, I guess having, you know, would make sense. But which one would make the most sense? Mosaics and stuff? Nah. Natural path. Yeah, we could do a natural path. It kind of looks like dirt and stuff, you know? It looked like it actually like blend in with the ground like that. It'd just be the little wires and the whatever those are, just kind of showing the path. Curb markers. Yeah, curb markers. That's what they're called. Yeah. So I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to do wood? I feel like wood is probably going to be the most sense because we are in a foresty area here. I feel like wood is going to be great. So let's do wood. So which one is which? Wood log with horizontal, vertical path. This is horizontal. This is vertical. I'm like, it's not really too much of a difference. I guess I'll just do whatever this one is. So here we go. Let's set the width to, I don't know, 20 feet? Yep, looks like 20 feet's good. Angle snap, let's keep that on just so we have a nice straight path here. And let's go connect that up all the way over to here. And we should be good to go, you guys. Alright, so that's connected now. And now we can do the same thing for this building. Might just want to straight up just move the building. So it's got a path automatically. So, ba-boom, there you go. It is decently far away from the path, so that should be fine. So now we have a trade center, so now we can actually do some animal trading. So what animals are we going to want to get? Like, what is the selection we have to choose from? So we have tortoises, American bison. I assume they'd want a pretty big enclosure, those. Black wildebeest, black bears, yeah, grizzly bears. Ooh, now we're getting into the bear territory. Indian peafowl, we're already familiar with them. We just made an enclosure for them last episode. Japanese macaque. course, seems like we need a small enclosure for those, or, you know, we can get away with a small enclosure for them. Looks like, what are these? Who's Nia? Seems like some sort of like deer type creature. Oh, those are the actual name. So Nyala is the actual name, the species, I suppose, huh? Yeah, okay, so seems like a pretty good critter for this environment, I'd say. What are these? Antelopes? Yeah, antelopes. Oh, here we go, saltwater crocs. So these are going to be good for the rivers, I'd say, or the little... Oh, timber wolves, those are going to be great. Snow leopard, yeah, remember snow leopard, if we come across... If we have snow leopards here, we're going to have a lot of snow, and then, of course, have those, like, those cold machines, or whatever, or air conditioners, like you could say. Western lowland gorilla. Interesting. Seems like a great critter. And then that's the end. Yeah, seems like a lot of critters that just belong in this type of area, you know. So seems like nothing's going to be out of the ordinary. And of course, I guess turtles. That'd be great for those small water areas up there. So definitely want to keep those in mind. But for a first critter, what should we get for a first critter? We have $80,000. Let's get something familiar. Maybe we'll work our way up to the bears, the black bears, the grizzly bears. Maybe we'll start out with like a wildebeest or something, you know? And what about the crocs? Where's that at? Saltwater crocodile. Yeah, 1,200, 2,000-ish. Yeah, those are pretty expensive there. Snow leopard. Yeah, those are pretty expensive too, and those are conservation credits only. We can and timber wolf. Those are actually pretty cheap. $200 a piece, $300 a piece. I want to get timber wolves. Those might be pretty good. So if we do that, we're going to have to build the enclosure for them first. So let's definitely build the enclosure. Now, which one are we going to do first? This seems like a relatively small area right there. Maybe I'll put the timber wolves over here in this area. This seems like a pretty good spot to put them. So let's build a habitat over here. And what are we going to make it out of? Habitat gate. We should probably make it out of metal and then wood, maybe. And of course, a lot of it or concrete. What should we do? Should we keep the nature aesthetic by building it out of wood? What is this? Oh, hedges. What? Not water type, climbable, and opaque. Chain links. These are corrugated fences, red brick, wood logs, glass. Where is the concrete at? Or do we not have concrete on here? I might have to actually research it now and I think about it, yeah. Okay, well, if that's the case, maybe I'll go for chain links are climbable, semi-transparent, not watertight. So it doesn't matter too much. Of course, we could put them in the water, so that's good. For, you know, if we have like crocodiles, because we saw that earlier with like a hippopotamus area had chain link fences, not watertight wood logs, watertight red brick. So if we have like flowing water, you know, water can flow through it and it won't like basically create a dam. Let's do a metal habitat gate. Let's start out with a metal habitat gate. And of course, we're going to have a pathway here for people to see from like basically all angles, right? So we could have a pathway going out to here. Should I have a pathway that goes around the whole enclosure and wraps around? That way it's kind of like a loop-de-looper, kind of like a cul-de-sac or something like that. Or should I just have it like come to a dead end? I don't know. I don't know what I should do, you guys. But we definitely need a habitat gate here, so let's figure out where the front of this habitat's going to be. And I guess we could put the habitat gate right there. So that's going to be where that's going to be starting out at. And what are we going to build this out of? Corrugated, not climbable, not watertight. Resistance grade 2, resistance grade 5, so it's pretty strong. Wood logs, resistance grade 3. I think I might make it out of wood logs. Seems pretty good. Climbable though, but I don't know if timber wolves are going to climb out of this. It's opaque, of course, but we're going to be putting a lot of glass here, so I don't know, you guys. Let's do wood. That way we keep the aesthetic of the naturey sort of theme we've got going on right here. Set the length down to like, I don't know, set it down to like 20 feet. Yeah, that should be good. All right, set to 20 feet. Then we can start, oh yeah, what does the height should be? Maybe I don't know, these are timber wolves though. Should I get rid of these trees? I kind of want to keep these trees. But at the same time, I could just move them. Let's move the trees. Let's move these trees and bushes and stuff. Get a little bit of extra room, while at the same time not deleting them. So we could put these trees possibly in the actual timber wolf enclosure. Although it is timber wolf, right? So I assume we'd also need like a snow machine or whatever. So let's just move these, just plants and stuff. Of course, we're going to be building the enclosure around these plants. So there we go. So let's just go back to this and let's edit barrier. And let's just get rid of this. There we go, get rid of that. And let's continue building this way, just a little bit more. Oh God, oh, random lag, whoa. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the random lag. I like restarted my computer and everything. I don't have any like driver updates or anything like that for my graphics card, so I don't know what's going on with a weird random lag when we start placing down barriers and stuff, but who knows, maybe it'll get sorted out here in the future. Oh Oh no, another random lag spike. Woo! Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Anyways, seems like we have a pretty big enclosure over here, you guys, for these timber wolves. Maybe I should make it like a loopy-loop or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out though. But let's stop around right here. That way we have room for the path. And of course we're going to be making all this basically out of glass. So there we go. Then we'll do that and connect it up like so. And then we're going to need to make this out of wood. So there you go. And how high are we going to want to make this? Now I said, I don't know if I said it or not, but I was thinking like maybe like 10 feet or something like that. And I don't know if these guys can actually climb out. So I don't know if I really need to make it taller. Even make it like a climb proof with those little things. I don't know if I need to do that or not, but let's see how 10 feet looks. 10.2 or 10.02 seems pretty good if you ask me. Not bad. All right, and these are timber wolves, so they are pretty large critters. I don't know if they'll be able to jump out of here, but I guess we'll find out a little bit later, right? Golly. Anyways, we have a bunch of trees in there already. Maybe I'll just move the trees, and of course, yeah, let's move them for right now. Let's move them to this island, or right here. There we go. I'll move them back over there a little bit later though, but for right now, that's going to be what it looks like. And of course, we'll add the timber wolves here in just a moment. But for right now, let's build a path. So I guess the default width of our path is going to be 20 feet. So that's going to be great. And let's actually build, I don't know, let's build a pretty big path right here. So maybe like 30 feet wide. And then of course it'll fork off. Oh God, that's pretty long right there. Actually, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of doing like a kind of like a U shape right there, you guys. So get rid of that. Get rid of the length here. Yeah, set that to like 2 or something. Let's do like a U shape right here. Then of course connect that back around. We can put stuff in here, maybe like shops or something like that. I don't know. But of course this also opens up the opportunity for us to. Oh God, that's actually pretty big. Yeah, I don't want that path to be big like that though. So let's get rid of that. And that's 30 feet. Let's set that back down to 20 feet there. Nice. I might actually make this path down to 30 feet or so. I don't know. Maybe I'll just make that U-turn thing. Maybe I'll just keep that one as 30 feet. But this is going to be like this. And of course, people will be able to see the timber wolves and stuff in all their glory. And that basically ends right there. That's kind of the dead end thing I was talking about. Like, yeah, I guess it would just be a dead end there. And then people will have to like turn around or something like that. See, I kind of want to avoid stuff like that by making like a U-turn or like a loop-de-loop or cul-de-sac or something like that, you know? It's kind of what I was thinking to avoid that, but I suppose we'll just have a dead end right there, so we're not really too big of a deal. But let's connect that up to this, so all right, so now we've got that connected up. Might want to make this out of glass here, so let's add a barrier, and let's make a pretty good amount of this up out of glass. That way people can see into there, and that should be good. All right, so let's make that out of glass, boom, and we're going to be fine. All right, so people can see a pretty good amount in there. Maybe I'll even make some of this glass. I think that'll be fine as is. That way we have some good privacy on this side, and maybe I'll even make it one-way glass. Do I have that in here, or do I have to research that? I might have to research it, because we don't have one-way glass in here, you guys. Holy heck. All right, well, we don't have to worry about that here in the future if the wolves get, like, nervous or anything like that with people watching them. Kind of like what we... Yeah, by the way, yeah, we're out of the tutorial stage now. We're in the actual game now, so definitely need to keep that in mind, you guys. And let's actually build a path up here. There we go. That way we have a path, and we can kind of see what we're thinking of with the paths and stuff, you know? Maybe I'll build paths all over the park, just so I know where I'm going to be building stuff or something like that. Anyways, let's go to animal trading. Let's get at least one male, one female in terms of the timber wolves. So let's go all the way down. Too bad there's no search bar though. Maybe that, if anything, that should be something they should add. Oh, and I can even like heart creatures maybe? Oh yeah, I'm going to want to read. Oh yeah, no, we've been paused this whole time, so nothing would have changed, so no need to refresh. What would that be? T for timber. Here we go. T for timber wolf. So definitely want a male and a female, you know, just because why not? Maybe I'll get this one right here. Maybe I'll get this one. And I can't release this into the wild, unfortunately. I don't think I could release any of these into the wild, because you can't adopt them with conservation credits. Yeah, you have to do the snow leopard with those. Maybe I'll get snow leopards. That seems really cool, you guys, but unfortunately, they're only females. Maybe I'll get one, and then maybe wait a little while and see if we get a male in here. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, though. Let's definitely adopt this one. Should we? Yeah, there you go. So we have a male right there waiting in the trade center. We're going to send it to zoo here in just a moment. So let's get a female as well. And then, of course, after that, we'll figure out, like, hey, does it need any more? Let's get this one. Yeah, that should be fine. Does it need any more males for the adult or not males, but any more adults for the adult population? I don't know. Anyways, go down to animal trading, animal storage, and let's select both of these guys. How do I do that? Select all. There you go. And move. Let's move them over to this enclosure. So there we go. Delivery scheduled. And we're going to have some timber wolves, you guys. So that's going to be a great critter to start out with. And of course, once they get into there, oh yeah, let's actually, do we have any staff? Yep, no staff at all. So definitely going to want to have a keeper, veterinarian, maybe some security a little bit later. Let's do a caretaker and keeper for right now. So there we go, caretaker right there. Let's do a keeper here as well. And yeah, we're going to make other staff buildings. We'll do that here in just a moment. Then veterinarian. So there you go. So we're going to have make a keeper hut over here in just a moment. So let's see, workshop, research center, vet surgery, quarantine. Oh yeah, quarantine. Probably should have made quarantine, but whatever. It's not really too big of a deal right now, right? Because there's literally nothing else in the park, but maybe a little bit later we're going to have a quarantine area. But there you go. We have a keeper hut right there, so that's good. So we have keeper hut, staff room. Might want to make a staff room. But that, oh gosh, that's actually pretty big right there. Oh, I guess they're all going to be like that, huh? It's kind of like long like that. So I guess we'll have a staff room right there. And then a research center. That way we can kind of research like timber wolves and get a little bit more information about them and do some more work. Oh god, is that not connected? I guess not. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it wouldn't connect. There you go. Now it's connected. Oh, looks like we have creatures in the zoo now, you guys. So that's awesome. Seems like they delivered them over there. Yep, they're throwing them down right now. Hey, there we go. We have timber wolves. Awesome. Okay, well, 21 months until the inspector gets here, but let's pause right now. There's the male. Of course, you can physically see he's the male. He's bigger. Look at that. Ooh, big and strong there, timber wolf. Let's see. So pretty good on the plants and coverage. Doesn't seem like it really even cares, honestly. But terrain. Going to need a lot. Yeah, a lot less long grass. Going to need to like cut all the grass. Like, oh yuck. So we're going to want to get rid of those. They're going to... Let's add a little bit of snow. I'm like, timber wolf. Let's add it. I'm like, it's going to be okay with any amount of snow. So let's add some snow, just kind of have a little bit of variety and make things interesting, you know? Maybe add some rock, maybe a little bit of soil, but of course have to get rid of all the long grass. So let's do that. Let's get rid of all the long grass and just at least make it short for right now. So let's set the intensity all the way up to 100. Let's just get rid of all of it because it basically doesn't want any long grass. So let's just get rid of all of it, get the lawnmowers in here and just chop everything down to nothing. And of course, maybe we'll add a little bit of snow and maybe some rocks and soil and stuff like that to kind of add a little bit of spice to this area, you know? But for right now, I think that should be pretty good. Let's check up on them now. Enrichment's 0, of course, there's nothing here. But yeah, still a little bit of long grass, still a lot of short grass. Yeah, I don't want that much short grass, so maybe we'll get some soil and snow in here instead. So let's do that. So let's get some snow. Maybe we'll put some snow like in this far area. Yeah. So maybe it'll go from like temperate warm and then slowly transition to snow. So intensity set it to 100% over here. So 100%. Oh god. Oh, is it? I guess it melted there, right? I guess it melted. Yeah, I guess we need those air conditioner things then, huh? So let's go down to habitat, beds and shelters, heaters and coolers. Yes, let's get some coolers over here. Keep it nice and cool. We're also going to need a power station or whatever that thing's called. So we're going to need to make one of those and connect it up to this. So we're going to have to do that here in just a moment too. But let's get some coolers over here, and maybe I'll put another couple like right there. There you go. And of course, let's get the power station. So go down to facilities. Where would that be? Utilities, transformer, and water treatment. Yeah, we're going to need to do water treatment if we're going to have like, you know, hippopotami and whatever else, you know. So definitely going to need to look into that here in just a bit. But how much is that covering? Oh yeah, that's already covered by the entrance, I suppose there, huh? So this will be great to put. Maybe I'll put it like right there. There we go. All right, so that should be powering this over here, right? So that should be good. And I guess we'll just hit play. So hopefully it gets colder over here, and of course the snow doesn't heckin' melt immediately, right? But let's get rid of let's add some soil here, shall we? Let's do some heavy soil. Mix some of that in there. There we go. Yeah, get rid of some of the short grass. There we go. And it looks like, yep, the snow is coming back, so that's great. So it seems like my plan has worked there. That's good. Let's get just a bunch of snow there, you know? Then let's set the intensity down to like maybe 50% here, and have it slowly transition to like nothing. Let's go down to 25%, or I guess 20% there, huh? There we go. And maybe go down to like 10 and then just have like small scatterings of snow here. Yeah. There we go. Nice. I like that little transition it did there. You go. You know? So let's keep doing this. There you go. Let's go down to like another 30, 20%. There we go. Let's go down to 10 here. Yeah, it's even going to actually like, because it's getting far and far away from the actual cooler things. It's actually going to melt like we saw earlier, so that's going to be cool. Pun intended. So let's check up on your terrain now. So yeah, Looks like we're fine on everything now, you guys. Correct amount of short grass. I think that's good. I think that's like right on the line right there, you guys. Might add a little bit more soil just to be safe. So let's do that. Let's go to terrain. Let's do light soil, because we just did heavy soil, so let's do light soil. Oh, it's already at 10%. Yeah, I think we should be fine now. There we go. All right, so terrain should be good for these guys. Check up on them now. Terrain is great. All right, everything's green here. Snow is going to, I guess it's always going to be around like that, because it doesn't care like snow or no snow or anything like that. It's just going to be fine with it. So glad I added a little bit of snow just to make things interesting there. Now we need hard shelter for these guys. Maybe I'll add hard shelter like right here. What if I add hard shelter over here? I wonder if it's going to be like covered in snow. That'd be cool. Ooh, pun intended again. Let's go down to habitat for these guys. Let's pause now. Oh, there you go, pause. Just so we don't lose money if we don't need to, you know. Beds and shelters. Oh, let's go down to Timberwolf for the species. So we have those guys nice and covered. So Timberwolf, there you go. And of course it's going to be made out of wood, but let's see. Which one do I want? 8x4x2. How big do I want it? I'm only going to have like 2 right now. I guess this will be fine. It'll be more than fine, honestly. Yeah, let's kind of slip it away over here. That way it's covered in, well, maybe I should have it all the way over here. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it like right here. Yeah, right there. And it even kind of blends in with the walls too. Let's add some of the bedding too. So let's do extra large. There, and, oh, there we go, and there we go. And a little bit too big there, honestly. Let's do large. Yeah, that's perfect. So there you go. And there you go. Let's add a third, and there we go. Perfect. All right. That's great. So they should be good on their hard shelter rating. Let's go check up on them. And terrain is, well, I have to unpause. And 71%. Okay, so we're going to need, I guess we could put another one over here on this corner then, huh? Or maybe I could have just made a bigger one, but 71% on hard shelter, that's pretty good. I wonder if I could actually physically, like, make a cave or whatever for them, kind of like we had with the snow leopard on, like, the first map. Maybe that'd cover hard shelter as well, I assume. Cover, get it, jeez. Anyways, seems like they're fine with the I'm gonna move the plants back over that we moved from over here. Or to over here. Where's it over there? Yeah, it was from over here. Okay. So let's grab some of the plants from over here, move them back to the enclosure, just so we have a little bit of something, you know? So let's move these, kind of scatter them about. I really like putting bushes at the end of, at the bottom of trees. That's really cool. There we go. That way they're not just kind of out in the open and not really doing anything, you know? Although we can just kind of put a bunch of bushes, like, just anywhere we want, you know? But I feel like at the bottom of trees, it fits in pretty well. And it blends in pretty well, and it doesn't look, like, weird or out of place or anything like that, you know? So, there you go. Seems pretty good right there so far. Not bad. All right. And, of course, we're going to need to add some stuff, like enrichment. So we're going to need to do that. I don't know if we have very much enrichment, but we should have... Did I place down the vent and all that stuff? I think I might need, like, a research... Oh, God, there's actually people in there. There's 71 people here already. Nice. I think we need, like, what? 350? Yep, 350. So we have one habitat species in the zoo right now, and we're slowly reaching towards that 350, you guys. Might just need to unpause and we'll be fine. Power source is inaccessible. Oh, yeah, I need to build a path to that, though, yeah. I'll do that here in just a moment. I'm like, that's kind of out of the way and stuff, you know? I feel like maybe we could put a path that kind of curves around like that. So what I'm thinking about with this path is to kind of keep it out of the way. Let's connect that. Let's do that. There you go. But let's add another path back here. That'll kind of go around like this. There you go. Connect up like that. And of course we can put like some sort of enclosure like right here. And then of course at the very end is going to be the power thing. So hopefully that's going to keep it away from the people, you know? Hopefully. I'm like, we do need it to be close enough to enclosures to where it's going to be able to power the enclosures as well as like the buildings and stuff like that, you know? So I'm like, we can hide it all we want, but at some point it's going to be in view of the guests. So can't really do too much about that, at least for right now. Of course, right here is going to be a fantastic place to put a bunch of guest facilities, and of course we're going to need to put them like near the enclosures. Actually, yeah, right here is going to be a great place to put guest facilities. Maybe right here is going to be a great place to put staff facilities. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about something. But for right now, seems like the Timberwolf area is going to be doing a great job. Let's unpause. Let people just kind of come into the park. 71 people right now. Of course, more people are flowing in, so that's great. And I do wonder, I never did check, the Timberwolf like adult population rating or whatever. Let's see if they need more, or if they're fine as is. Yep, there's one over here in its little protective hut, so let's see. Social? I think it's good. I think it's green right now, so I think it's good, but I feel like, it looks like we could have more if we want, so. We have one male. Maybe I'll get another female. Maybe I'll get another male and female. That might be pretty cool. Ooh. Let's go back to animal trading. I'm like, they're not too expensive. Like, what, $500 a piece or something like that? I get this one. Tanner the Timberwolf. So let's adopt him. Boom. And he's in the trading center. We'll worry about that here in just a bit. But, what female do I want? I'm mainly looking for, like, these little awards or whatever those are. I don't even know what that is. I need to do more research into that. I don't know if Nancy ever told us anything about that, but, Let's do that one, sure. Let's adopt you. Let's go to... Oh, God. Send a zoo. Should I get a quarantine thing? I should definitely get one, though. I guess if we have, like, an endangered species or whatever, we should definitely get that. But right now, we're probably fine without it. So, there we go. Let's move to this enclosure. Baboom. Delivery is scheduled. And they're going to be moved into there now. Nice. All right, well, when we have 4 of them, we would definitely need that other hard shelter. So let's put another one over here. So hopefully that'll accommodate all 4 of these bad boys and girls. Put them up over here with beddings. There we go. And there we go. And another one in the middle. Perfect. All right, so that should be great. And of course, we could add more plants and stuff like that. But it seemed like they were completely fine with like it being completely plain and without anything, you know? So I don't think we need to worry about that at all. Yeah, I'll leave that hard shelter to 100%, trains 100%. Everything's great. Environment 100%, coverage 22%, doesn't matter. It's fine right now. Awesome. Now all we need is for, these guys to just throw these boxes down. And now we have Tanner the Timberwolf in here. Nice.